Hello everybody and welcome to Season 2, Race 8, here from Pepsi Speedway, and the last race of the regular season. We are bound to have an exciting one, as we will actually be starting this race from lap number 4. If you remember last night, the lights went out, so we are resuming this race today. The question is, who is going to get in to the playoffs? With 5 drivers already locked in, 3 drivers can get in additionally. Everyone who does not have a win yet can get in on a win, and 2 can get in on points, or there could be a repeat winner, and we could have 3 get in on points. Speaking of points, here they are now. Right now, currently it is Dale Jarrett, Richard Petty, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. sitting in on points, but Jr. can get knocked out pretty easily with Rusty Wallace and Denny Hamlin sitting just outside the cut bubble as of this point. So we're going to have to watch that today. As on the front row is Dale Jr. Good, that'll be good for him. Alongside him is Ryan Newman. Row 2 is Matt Kenseth and Mark Martin. Row 3 is Michael Waltrip and Rusty Wallace. Row 4 is Jeff Gordon and Kyle Busch, the 2 strongest cars of the season. Row 5 is going to be Kurt Busch and Darrell Waltrip. Row 6 is Richard Petty and Kevin Harvick. Row 7 is Denny Hamlin and Tony Stewart. Row 8 is Joey Logano and Dale Jarrett. And row 9 will be Brad Keselowski and Jimmy Johnson. Relatively the same as it was yesterday. As remember, it is a 20-lap race, but we are starting on lap 4, so you have to consider that in as well with all these numbers. Stages will end at 6, 12, and 20, so we are very close to the end of Stage 1 already. And this is the last race to make the playoffs. Once again, resuming on lap 4, very close to the end of Stage 1. Here we go, green flags in the air. Dale Jr. leads them down to turn 1. Here's Mark Martin behind him. Ryan Newman above Mark Martin. He's already locked in. So is Kyle Busch, but not Kevin Harvick. He might need a win today as he looks all the way to the bottom to get up into the 3rd spot. As Dale Jr. continues to lead the way, Mark Martin would be nice for him to get a win here. He can definitely point him, but you have to have a pretty good day just to make sure he stays. But everybody else, there's a crash. Hard hit on the front stretch. Tony Stewart gets turned off the bumper of Matt Kenseth. Hard into the wall with Ryan Newman. That will eliminate any chance Tony Stewart had of getting into the playoffs. Tony Stewart will be out. Ryan Newman's still in because of a previous win of the season, as Dale Jr. will win the stage. That'll be great for him, points-wise. And now we will restart on lap number 9. As the cars, once again, will take the green flag. Mark Martin starting to the outside. Jeff Gordon to the inside. Him and Kyle Busch are already locked in. They're running 3 and 4, and there's a massive wreck. This is a huge deal here. Off the nose of Keselowski. Johnson into the wall after winning last week, so he's alright. But Richard Petty and Denny Hamlin, both who needed good days today, are out of this race. And that means they are going to be out of the playoff picture. Green flag is in the air. Actually, no, Richard Petty still has a shot. If certain cars finish in certain spots, then Richard Petty still has a chance to get in here. But now Matt Kenseth has moved up into the 2nd spot. He definitely needs a win to get in. Dale Jr. continues to lead this race, however, for now. Here's an overhead shot of the field. You can see them all moving along quite steadily. Too wide on the backstretch there. Because now Dale Jr. looks like he's going to get a little bit ahead with this lead. Matt Kenseth not letting him get away, though. As here comes Kyle Busch in the 3rd spot, and then there's a massive gap back to Mark Martin in 4th. So everybody else flies through. Dale Jr., again, still leading. Matt Kenseth still 2nd. The more laps Dale Jr. can lead, the better for him, the better his chances are. And oh no! Huge spin in the back. That's Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace. 2 more playoff contenders with massive hits. This will shake the entire playoff picture. As Dale Jarrett goes in too low and spins them all out. Kevin Harvick really pretty much out of it by this point. But we need to stop here and look at the points because lots of things have turned the points sheet on its head. So looking at the points now, it seems that Dale Jr. should be locked in on points. If not, he just needs to not crash out. Richard Petty has to have a repeat winner, and Mark Martin looks to be in the catbird seat to make these playoffs. Unless if something horrible happens to him, he will get in. So Richard Petty needs a repeat winner, and Mark Martin and Dale Jr. look to be in. And Matt Kenseth is in the front row. Can he win and upset Richard Petty to steal that spot away? Green flag is in the air. It looks like Dale Jr. will lead them, but Matt Kenseth goes all the way down to the bottom. Bumps Jr. out of the way. Mark Martin gets a slow start, but Matt Kenseth is in the lead. He desperately needs this win. It's the only way he's got a chance to get in. White flag is in the air. Can Dale Jr. catch him and save Richard Petty? Make him get a chance to go back-to-back? No. Matt Kenseth will lead them off of 4, get into the playoffs with a win in the last race of the regular season. Mark Martin will also get in. Dale Jr. will be also in, but we knew that from the start there. Matt Kenseth with an incredibly risky move, cutting down in front of Kyle Busch, getting to the inside of Dale Jr., knocking him up out of the way. And then from there, he was able to hang on for the win, pushing him, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Mark Martin into the playoffs, and eliminating Richard Petty. What a race. What a finish. Matt Kenseth will win. As there is your winner once again, as Matt Kenseth has snuck into the playoffs there for the closing seconds of the race. Now, the drivers who got into the playoffs, it'll be Mark Martin on points, Ryan Newman with the win, Darrell Waltrip with the win, Matt Kenseth with the win, Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon with wins and points, Jimmy Johnson with the win, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. in on points. Those are your 8 playoff drivers, who next week will be competing in the cutoff race at Mobile One Speedway. It's a road course, very exciting road course indeed. Thank you everybody again for watching this race. Sorry about the no night race, that was a problem with the app I was using. Now remember to tune in next week, because that's when those 8 playoff drivers will be cut down to 4, the championship 4, who will all head to the final race with a shot to win the championship. The other 4 go home. So close yet so far, and we'll have to wait until next season to see if they can claim the Lugnut Cup. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you all have a good night.